So, hello everybody, vanburman here. Today, another Square-Enix video. I know, Square-Enix, they always come on here to moan. But this time, I guess there is a slight bit of praise, I suppose. I found an article, because I seem to like reading articles in the minute, and I'm actually going to read it out to you. And it's a very short article, but it pretty much sums up the point I want to make, or the point I've been saying for a while now. But anyway, once upon a time, a Japanese company named Squaresoft, and Square of course, made lots and lots of RPGs that people really liked. Today, a Japanese company named Square-Enix makes video games. Yeah, a little bit harsh, but yeah, okay. One of those games, this is one that's just come out recently, and it's Bravery's Default, and today I've heard some really good things about it. Obviously with it coming out on the 3DS, it's not really something I get a chance to go and play, but I've heard that it's really good. Maybe it'll make its way over onto mobile, which obviously then means I can play it on BlueStacks, which would be pretty cool. But yes, at the minute, no, not quite. Anyway, I digress. One of those games, an RPG called Bravely Default. Strange name. But anyway, sold a lot of copies in both Japan and in the West. So, US, UK, that sort of. And Europe, of course. Which has made Square-Enix realise something very important. People everywhere, not just in Japan, like Japanese role-playing games. Never. You don't think the fact that you released Final Fantasy VII and it had such worldwide success that so many people might actually like JRPGs that aren't in Japan? Yeah, not very clever. Anyway, due to having split the development mindset according to regions around the world, we weren't able to see this clearly up until now. This is, oh yeah, I should say who this is talking anyway. But fans of JRPGs are really spread around the world. Square-Enix head honcho Yosuke Matsuda, that's a quote from him. You would have thought maybe they would realise it now before they're at the brink. I would have hoped. Anyway, okay, I'm going to carry on. I keep digressing. This is what the article has said. You'd think the worldwide success of all those other RPGs over the past 2 decades might have tipped them off. But hey, never too late to change your ways. Now here's the money quote. So this is what he's also said as well in this interview that he took part in. For all new games, we'll be developing from this point on. So that's not going to include Final Fantasy 15, unfortunately. Although they are developing it from now. But I'd presume it's probably nearly done, if I'm being honest. While this may sound a bit extreme, we've been talking about making them as heavy JRPGs. I believe that way we can focus on our target, which will also bring better results. Okay, so I don't really know how I feel about this. I feel quite skeptical. It's something I've wanted to hear it's something I wanted them to say like the month after Final Fantasy 13 came out, quite frankly, or after they released Final Fantasy 12. But I'm always inclined to give them a chance. I think that's a bit of a problem, because I don't want to get my hopes up. But yeah, Square-Enix, this will be your final chance. I don't think there's not many other companies or developers or publishers that I would give that much time to. I mean, it's basically, there's a fact about gaming is that games which people really like in Japan, people over here really like. I seem to like a lot of the Japanese games, and I remember like when they were on PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2, if they did have an English version, it was so difficult to get hold of, and I was quite lucky a couple of times to actually get my hands on them. For example, Lucifer's Call, that was quite an elusive game, but I did manage to get hold of it, so I felt quite lucky with that. And yeah, so it's good that they're thinking that way. And Bravely Default has sold over 200,000 copies in 3 weeks, which, okay, it's not a lot, but you've got to remember that their market is literally just the 3DS market. So as far as that goes, that's like selling in the millions on a console, basically, or at least that's what I'm led to believe. So yeah, that's what I feel about Square Enix. I just hope that if they are honestly genuinely serious about making this change, I hope they have enough time to be able to do it. I hope they haven't messed it up for themselves with Final Fantasy 15. So yeah, we can only wait and see on that one. Anyway, guys, just thought I'd bring that news to you. Hopefully it's of some interest. If you like RPGs like I do, then it's a very important part. They are a very important company, unfortunately, and pretty much, I don't know, we do have to listen to them and consider them at any rate. So, thank you for watching, everybody, and I'll see you very soon. There might be hope left still. Goodbye.